Welcome to Because of My Podcast, where we spotlight the results people are achieving because of their podcast. And now, from the School of Podcasting.com, your host, Dave Jackson.
Podcasting brings you opportunities, and opportunities lead to relationships, and relationships lead to opportunities. Case in point, Lucas Apps from TriangleTactical.net.
Hey, Dave, it's Lucas Apps from the Triangle Tactical Podcast. You know, it's a weird thing, man. I've been listening to your show for, 3 or 4 years now, and I have probably recorded a voicemail very similar to this one 7 or 8 times over those 3 or 4 years, and I've never sent it in. So after listening to your latest show, I decided, okay, dang it, I got to do it. I got to send it in. So this is what podcasting has done for me. So I've always thought that broadcasting was super cool. When I was in college, I used to mess around with like CB radios and hot rodding them and doing things that have questionable legality with them and stuff. And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I thought the idea of being able to talk into a microphone and have people hear me far away was just really cool. And then one day I kind of discovered podcasts, and I was like, I have to do this. Like, this is so cool. Like, I can do it now. I can edit it, and then people can hear me whenever they want, wherever they want. This is so awesome. So I started a podcast, and my other hobby is competitive handgun shooting. And so, of course, I started a podcast about competitive handgun shooting. And like, it was a weird thing. I started the show to just be a local show. So it's the Triangle Tactical Podcast, to be for the North Carolina Research Triangle. I'm in Raleigh. If you're not familiar with the area, Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill are known as the North Carolina Research Triangle because of the 3 big research universities around here. And so I wanted to just be a local show about competitive shooting in the area because there's a ton of it down here. And I thought that would be really cool to do. And it's turned into so much more than that. It's just crazy. So I've been at it for about 4.5 years now. And one of the really cool things that happened to me was, I guess about 3 years ago, I'm at work at my day job, and I get a phone call one day, and it just says, I get a voicemail actually. I couldn't answer my phone because I was at work, and the voicemail just says, "Hey Lucas, this is so-and-so from such and such gun store. And listen, I've seen what you've been doing online, and I wanted to talk to you about some employment opportunities." Okay, like, this sounds interesting. And, I kind of thought that, and then I thought, well, being a counter jockey at a gun store isn't really like my career goals in life, but I'll give him a call back after work. So I called him back and said, "Hey man, what's this about?" He said, "Well, listen, we really like what you're doing with the website, the podcast, the blog, everything that you've got going on there. And we want you to do it for us." And I'm thinking, okay, this is interesting. And we talked for a little while, and basically what they wanted was someone to take out the cool new guns whenever they come out, whenever, a new company releases the cool new gun, take it out to the shooting range, shoot it, and do a little write-up about it for their website. And I'm thinking, you want to pay me to shoot guns and give me the ammo and range time and everything? Yeah, like, I'd probably do it for free if you'd asked me to do it for free. I was super excited. And so we negotiated a price, and it was awesome. I did it for 2 years for them. Whenever the cool new gun would come out, I'd get my hands on it. And that really helped benefit my audience as well, because, I talk about guns a lot and people want to know, hey, is this gun good for competition? Is this gun good for competition? And I was one of the first people to get my hands on those guns when they'd come out because I had this awesome gig with the gun store. And after 2 years, I kind of ran out of time for it. So I moved on, but I'm just super appreciative of that gun store and the fact that they reached out to me. And it was just crazy to me that they found me. I knew them. I was a customer there, but I didn't know that they knew that I did what I did, And so that was super cool. But I think the coolest, most awesome part of having a podcast has been the way that it's grown. And so, like I said, I've been at it for about 4.5 years. And the weirdest thing to me was this was supposed to be a podcast for the Triangle area, a blog for the Triangle area. And I thought, like, I'm going to keep it in house and like, it's just going to be this local thing. And that's what I wanted. I didn't think I could roll with the big dogs as a national type show or a international show even, And because we're America, we like guns here, but what about other countries, you know? And it was the craziest thing to me when I got a voicemail from a guy in Sweden, because competitive shooting is big in Sweden. And I'm like, wow, like that was awesome. And then I got a voicemail from a guy in South Africa, and like, that was awesome. And then I got another voicemail from a totally different guy in South Africa. And I'm like, this is like the coolest stuff ever. And so the coolest thing to me, Dave, has been making friends over the internet with people like all over the world who kind of share the same passion that I do. And it's just been awesome. It's been an awesome ride. I just released episode 200 of my main show, and it's just been amazing. So Dave, I want to say also, thanks to you for doing this, man. You know, over the years, I've probably recorded this same voicemail, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 10 times, and I've never sent it into you. So anybody else out there, if you're a podcaster and you listen to Dave Jackson, you need to record a stinking "What Podcasts Have Done For Me" voicemail. But anyways, Dave, I appreciate everything you do, man. Carry on.
Thank you so much, Lucas. And again, find him at triangletactical.net. Now, as Lucas said, if you've been sitting there thinking, I need to send in my answer to this, again, just go to becauseofmypodcast.com/contact. Everything you need right there. You can do what Lucas did, which is record it and just upload it. You can click on a button if you've got a microphone there and just record it right there into the cloud. All sorts of cool stuff. becauseofmypodcast.com/contact. And if you say, Dave, I don't even have a podcast yet, well, I can help you with that too. The website is schoolofpodcasting.com. And if you want to save a bunch when you sign up, use the coupon code LISTENER. That's LISTENER when you go over to schoolofpodcasting.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you again real soon with another episode of Because of My Podcast.